Hello and welcome to the Ridiculously Good VA Show with Tracy Daviero. If you are a virtual assistant or want to be one, this is the place to learn the tips and tricks you need to become a ridiculously good VA. I've been a part of the VA industry since 1998, and I'm excited to get to know you and help you build an amazing business. Let's go. Hey there, welcome to another episode of the podcast that teaches you how to be a ridiculously good virtual assistant. Today I want to talk about perfection, not achieving it, but letting it hold you back. Today's quote is from Zig Ziglar. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. One of the things that keeps us stuck most as VAs is trying to get it all right before we put ourselves out there at every stage of our business. But it's the one thing that will keep you from the success that you deserve. Let's go. One of the biggest mistakes I see virtual assistants making, and something I've also wrestled with on my own, is waiting until everything is perfect before taking action. Now let's be clear right away. Perfection is a lie. It's a delay tactic. It's fear dressed up as being responsible or professional. And if you fall into this trap, it will keep you stuck for far too long. In this episode, I want to talk about this extremely common mistake and talk about why striving for perfection could be the thing holding you back more than helping you. And of course, I'll share what you can do instead to move forward confidently, even when things feel a little bit messy or a little uncertain. And of course, if this episode hits home, I invite you to work with me. I can help you stop overthinking and start doing with a plan, with clarity, and with support. Let's talk about the perfection trap. This mistake shows up in a lot of sneaky ways. It might sound something like, I just need to finish tweaking my website before I start promoting myself. Or I'm still deciding on my niche, so I can't start talking to clients yet. Or I want to post on social media, but I don't know what to say, and I'm not feeling quite ready to show up. Can you relate? That kind of thinking feels responsible. It feels like you're doing the work because you're thinking things through. You're researching, you're making lists, you're building something behind the scenes. But the truth is you're just hiding. You're hiding from taking a step. You're delaying the uncomfortable part, putting yourself out there, being seen, risking failure or maybe rejection, and you're stuck in the waiting game. It's the perfection trap. It might not feel like you're waiting, but I can promise you that's exactly what you're doing. And here's what I've learned, both from experience of my own and from coaching hundreds of VAs over the years. You do not build a business by waiting. You build it by showing up. Even when it's not perfect, even when you don't have it all right, you don't have all the answers, even when you're still going over your packages or spending more time in Canva on your logo or your brand colors. There are a few big reasons that VAs fall into this perfection trap, and honestly, you shouldn't even feel bad if you're stuck there. You're not there by yourself. Perfection is an admirable quality. We want to look impressive, professional, polished, and ready to go. It's totally normal, and you're definitely not alone here. So let's talk about the reasons that you might fall into this trap. Well, first, there's the fear of judgment. You don't want to look like you don't know what you're doing. You are worried people will think that you look unprofessional or not prepared, that you'll look new or not ready. You might be both of those things, but nobody wants others to notice, right? Second, there's comparison. You are busy watching other VAs online and thinking, I need to be more like her before I launch. Her website looks much better than mine. I'm not ready yet. Or you find one more way to change what you've already done, to model someone who looks like they are better. And then there's self-doubt. This is the big one. Deep down, you might not feel good enough yet. That confidence. So you keep waiting until some magical moment when you'll feel more confident, more polished, more prepared. It's so much easier not to talk to people if you can convince yourself that you just have to do this or that first. But confidence doesn't come first. Action does. Confidence comes from doing, not from preparing to do. And here's the hard truth. If every day that you delay because something's not quite ready, you are missing out on opportunities. You're delaying getting clients, earning income, you're delaying your growth, and you're delaying progress. And worst of all, you're training yourself to believe that you're not ready, even though you probably already are. Think about it this way. Your first client isn't hiring you because you have the perfect Instagram grid or because your services page has the best fonts. They're hiring you because you solve a problem for them, because you're clear, helpful, and confident enough to say, yep, I can help you with that. That's it. Everything else is a bonus. So what to do instead? How do we move forward without falling into the perfection trap? Or how do we get out of it? Let's walk through a couple of steps to get you over it. Step 1, decide what good enough looks like. You don't need a polished brand package to get started. You need a basic service list, what you do and what problems you solve, a way to talk to potential clients, email, DM, contact form, doesn't matter which way, that you need to have a way for them to get in touch with you, and the ability to show up consistently and talk about what you do. If you have those 3 things, you're ready to go. So instead of asking, is it perfect yet? Ask instead, is this clear enough for someone to say yes to working with me? That's your goal. Not perfect, but clear enough. Step 2 is set a deadline and stick to it. If you're working on something like your website, which is okay, or if you're working on your first set of packages, give yourself a real deadline. Like, I don't mean a loose end of the month deadline or end of the summer deadline. I mean a specific, I'm going to launch this Friday at 10 a.m. kind of a deadline. And then treat it like a client deadline. No moving it, no adding extra polish. You need to be ready on that deadline. No stalling. I tell you guys this all the time. If a client asked you to get their business off the ground or their packages done or their research finished or their Canva brand done, you could do it so easily. You would just jump into action, set a deadline, and get it done. The only reason that you're dragging your heels is that this is for you. You know it, and I know it. Treat it like a client deadline and things will move forward. What actually moves your business forward is hitting send, publishing the page, showing up in the DMs, having those conversations, not tinkering endlessly, not talking to people. You wouldn't spend your client's budget tinkering and continually making changes to something before finalizing it. Don't do that for yourself. And step 3 is focus on the progress, not on perfection. The goal is never to have everything figured out. You're always going to be a work in progress, right? The goal is to take the next step in the right direction. Think about how kids learn to walk. They don't wait until they've mastered balance, strength, and coordination. They stand up, they wobble around, they fall down, and they get back up again. Riding a bike. You figured it out. I hope you figured it out anyway. What about other things you've learned? The messy bun or the French braid. You practiced and you got it done. It's the same for anything. You have to get started and then work out the kinks. You don't learn how to be a confident VA in theory. You learn by doing, a little bit at a time. Every step teaches you something. Each mistake builds resilience. Each win builds your confidence. And progress will only happen when you move, not when you stand still. And step 4 is normalize imperfection. I want to let you in on a little something. Everybody is figuring out as they go. Even the VAs that you look up to or that you follow, even the business owners you admire. Everybody is improving in real time. And the only difference between the VAs who grow and the ones who stay stuck is this. The ones who grow are willing to show up imperfectly. They launch before they feel totally ready. They make mistakes and learn from them. They prioritize connection over perfection. I waited probably a year before doing videos, like video marketing. I thought I had to have studio lighting, better clothes, hair and makeup done, always on point, for anyone to listen to me. I finally just jumped in and started, and it is, hands down, the easiest thing that I do now because I know it's what I'm talking about in the videos that's most important, not how I look. I mean, I brush my hair, I put on a clean shirt, and I make sure that I'm in a clean or tidy area of my office before I go live, but that's really all I worry about. I waited 2 years to do this podcast. My colleague and I both waited, making excuses. We needed better equipment. We needed a better process. We needed to learn more. We made excuses for 2 years. And now we're both celebrating 3 years of podcasting this month. And we both still just love it. But we could have been celebrating 5. You tell me that you love my podcast too, which is even better for me. And this is what I want for you, to get started, to move forward. And finally, step 5 is get support. I think this one's really important. If you are stuck in perfectionism, it's hard to see it when you're in it. Everything you do feels so rational. It feels like you're just not quite ready yet, but you're close. And I know it truly feels like you're working to do what you say you're doing. But somebody outside your head, like a coach or a mentor or even a colleague, can help you see what's really going on. We can objectively see what's really happening with all the things that you have going on. We can help you sort out what matters now versus what can wait. And we can help you stay accountable to your deadlines. And most of all, we can remind you that what you're building doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be real, and it needs to be happening. If that kind of support sounds good to you, I would love to work together. Helping you move forward confidently without getting stuck in your head is exactly what I do. But I want you to know that it's okay to feel nervous. It's okay to feel unsure. It's even okay to feel like you're not quite ready. But don't let those feelings keep you stuck where you are. Don't wait for perfection that's never coming. Take the next step anyway. And trust yourself. Trust that you're going to grow into what you're building, what you visualize. One decision, one action, one imperfect but powerful move at a time. You've got this. And if you want help getting out of the waiting game and into momentum, you know where to find me. If you're tired of waiting and want a plan to move forward with clarity and confidence, maybe it's time for us to work together. My coaching programs are designed to help you simplify your business, stop second-guessing yourself, and take consistent daily actions. No perfection required, just action. You can find links to all of my trainings and coaching at yourvamentor.com/links. It's the only reason I'm here at all, is to help you become a ridiculously good virtual assistant. I'm Tracy Daviero, the confidence coach for VAs. That's all I've got for you this week. I'll see you next time.